They said she was just the woman in the faded yellow dress. No name, no family, just a poor street vendor who smiled too much for someone carrying so much pain. Her name was Hannah Brooks, and on that quiet Sunday morning, she collapsed on the church steps. Her basket of roasted corn spilled down the stairs, like her life falling apart in front of strangers. People stared, people whispered, but only one man moved: Daniel Carter. He lifted her into his old, shaking car and drove like her life depended on every breath. At the hospital, Daniel waited. Minutes. Hours. He didn't know her last name. He didn't know her story. All he remembered was her smile that morning. "God bless you, sir. Take the corn, no charge." Somehow, her kindness stayed in his heart. When the doctor finally stepped out, his voice was heavy. "Are you her family?" Daniel hesitated, then softly said, "Yes." The doctor lowered his eyes. Kidney failure, end stage. She refused dialysis because she couldn't afford it. She may only have a week. Daniel kept coming back. He brought flowers, fruits, a small radio so she wouldn't sit in silence. One evening, her voice trembling, she asked, "Why are you doing this for me? I'm a stranger." Daniel swallowed. "Because someone once saved me." He told her the truth. A drunk driving accident years ago, a man who died, and a widow who forgave him. She even begged the judge to spare his life. "Her kindness changed me," he whispered. "I promised I'd spend the rest of my life giving back." A tear rolled down Hannah's cheek. "Maybe God didn't forget me after all," she breathed. 3 days later, her heart stopped. Doctors dragged her back. Barely. Daniel saw the truth in their eyes. He understood. So he did something no one expected. He went to the funeral home and paid for her coffin. White. Simple. A gold cross on top. When the pastor asked why, his voice cracked. Because kindness shouldn't end when someone stops breathing. But destiny wasn't finished. That night, Hannah awoke in her hospital bed, too weak to speak, barely breathing. A white envelope sat on the bedside table. It was from Daniel. Her hands shook as she opened it. "If you're reading this, then I'm gone. Don't cry. I donated my kidney for you. You wouldn't have agreed, so I didn't tell you. Just live and smile again. That will be my thank you." The letter slipped from her fingers. Her tears soaked the ink. That morning, while she slept, Daniel went into surgery. He never woke again, but Hannah did. She opened her eyes with his kidney, his heartbeat, his life. Kindness stitched into her blood. A year later, church bells rang through a quiet town. And there she was, Hannah, standing on the same steps where she once collapsed. But this time, she carried flowers and a donation envelope. Behind the church stood a small, free clinic. White walls, clean beds, a place for people who had no one. On the wall was a wooden sign, "For Daniel, the stranger who paid for my coffin and gave me his life instead." Some say love like that doesn't exist anymore. Some say angels are only in stories. But those who saw it happen, those who watched a dying woman rise again and turn her pain into healing, they know the truth. Sometimes the purest kindness comes from those who expect nothing back. And sometimes one heartbeat lives on in another. If this story touched your heart, don't just scroll away. Share it with someone who has forgotten what kindness feels like. Leave a gentle comment. And subscribe to DLYN Stories, where every story is a heartbeat, and every heartbeat deserves to be heard. Welcome to the family.